Welcome back, friends. On today's episode, we are going to be decorating for summer. I know this is a little last minute as 4th of July is right around the corner, but sometimes it's better to wait till a little bit closer to the holiday because items tend to go on sale the closer you get to that holiday. And we have been having the best summer break. We are a homeschool family of 6, but we do take a summer break for like a summer vacation before we start school back up again in August. So I'm enjoying this holiday decorating on the inside of the house. We don't go too crazy for summer, but we still like to make it look a little festive. I hope you enjoy, and let's get decorating. When decorating for the seasons and for different holidays, I always like to start in the front of the house, outside on the front porch. The reason I do this is because it helps me to not forget any spaces as I'm going through the house. I definitely have a lot of cleaning to do before I even start decorating here, so I'm going to take some Windex and wipe everything down. I like to have a few staple pieces that are just made of boxwood. Of course, these are faux boxwood that I can change out the decor on seasonally. So I have my boxwood wreath here that I'm adding a cute little bow to that was $3.99, but it is on sale 40% off. So all the prices I'm telling you today were also 40% off of that price. So much less than even $3.99. I think this is a great way to get a big impact without spending a whole lot of money by just changing out the bows on your universal wreaths that you can use all year long. Another thing that I like to have on my front porch are these Pottery Barn dupes. These are from Hobby Lobby and they were much more affordable than the ones at Pottery Barn, but they look so similar and they have the same kind of vibes. So I look for less in a way. I'm going to put these little, what do you call these? Garlands, I guess, around these lanterns. They were $9.99, 40% off of that. And I like to wrap them around in different directions, so in opposite directions of each other. And I change this out seasonally with different types of garlands. And this is such an easy way to create a nice, beautiful impact without spending a whole lot of money. Next, I have these faux geraniums. I got these from the Joann store in their closing sale. I think I got them for like 50 or 75% off on sale. Over here, I'm going to just put inside our welcome sign that we normally have all year long whenever there's not a particular holiday, and replace them with these little, I don't know, wooden cutout things. And I also have these look like firework looking picks. Again, I got all this stuff from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sponsored. It's just the most affordable place to get holiday decor, and I love the type of stuff that they carry. These were $3.99 each, but 40% off of that, and I put 4 of them inside this topiary ball. That topiary ball is from the At Home store, and they are $19.99 in case you are wondering. And then the pot is just a plastic pot that I got for super cheap at Walmart. I also have these little metal fireworks that I've had for a couple years now. These are also from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sponsored, I swear, but these are super affordable. I think they're like $9.99. They're very cheap. But I think that everything turned out so cute. All super affordable pieces of decor that you can use every single year. Once you buy it once, you're good for the long haul. And I think this creates a big impact even as people are driving by on the street. They can see all of the holiday decor and get into the holiday spirit and feel excited for summer and lots of fireworks coming up soon. Another spot that I like to decorate on is this little like island sized planter that is near my driveway. I got these also from Hobby Lobby. They were $9.99 with 40% off, so they're $6. And you just stick a metal stick inside each of these stars and signs and then stick it in the ground. I live somewhere where the ground is always really soft. We get tons of rain here in Houston, Texas, so these went in super easy. But if you live in the desert, like we used to live in Arizona, you'd probably never be able to stick these sticks into the ground if you have a hard ground. So I wouldn't recommend buying them unless you have soft ground where you could stick these into. Moving into the house, I'm going to decorate my entryway just with this little rag tie garland. I'm going to set it on this antique entryway mirror that I actually thrifted for $10 from the Goodwill bins months ago, maybe even a year ago. Then we're going to move on to decorating in the living room. I'm keeping everything super simple this year, and I got these flowers. They were $7.99 plus 40% off, and I just got one pick of each color, red, white, and blue, and I like to put them in that order because it just makes sense to my brain. But make sure that you're fluffing out your flowers before you put them into your pots. And another tip I want to give you is how I have lots of decor that can stay where it is all year long, no matter what season it is, and you can change out little details on it. So like this pot here, everything I have on the top of this fireplace mantle can be decorated for different seasons by just adding cheap accessories on here. So I just added the little $6 garland and a few flowers, and then boom, 4th of July now. Look at this beautiful summer decor for cheap, and I only spent a few minutes getting it to look festive. Another way to add more festive decor throughout your home for really cheap is to add towels that are themed for the holidays or the seasons into your bathroom and your kitchen. These are only $3.99 plus 40% off, and if I could ever get this on here, it just helps bring the holiday spirit into the room for a really affordable price. I thrifted these cute little grass, I don't know what you would call these, placemats, I guess. And then these right here are from Hobby Lobby, these little plastic plates, and I feel like that's really all you need for the kitchen is just a little bit of red, white, and blue for really cheap. The next thing to decorate is my china hutch. This is my favorite thing to decorate, and I always just spend hours planning this and decorating this, and I have so much fun. Sometimes my kids will join in with me as well. But I'm going to decorate this with just a little bit of red, white, and blue flair, and I'm going to do it super affordably because, you know, we're always trying to keep things on a budget. The reason that I even decorate for the different holidays is because since we are a homeschool family, my children don't get to go to the school and see all the decorations for different holidays or celebrate all the different holidays with their teachers in class and all those things. And so I like to bring that fun spirit at home and make our home something fun that where we can kind of pay attention to the calendar and know what holidays are coming up. It's also a great lesson in teaching about our history and, you know, traditions and things of the country that we live in. And so I like to involve the kids in this as kind of part of our homeschool experience, and that is another reason why I go like so hard on decorating for all the different holidays and different seasons in general, because it helps the kids kind of tell where we are in the year. All the different things that happen throughout the year in a traditional school only happen at home if mom is making sure that happens. And so I try to make sure that they get to fully enjoy all the fun things that come up throughout the year and get to experience it even in a homeschool setting. Like I mentioned about my boxwoods and about the decor on top of my fireplace mantle, I have a lot of staple pieces that I keep in my house throughout the whole year that can just be accessorized and changed a little bit in order to get it to look festive for a different season or holiday. And that also goes for all the dishes that I have here in this hutch. These are all thrifted things or just secondhand things that have been passed on to me, whatever it may be. It was all super affordable things that I just keep reusing and decorating differently with. Bibbidi bobbidi boo! Does that work? Yay! My little fairy godmother came to help with the final details of the China hutch, and then I think it's done. I had so much fun decorating this, even for a holiday like 4th of July. Just wait until fall and Christmas. You're gonna love how I decorate this for those holidays as well. If you like what you saw today, don't forget to hit subscribe down below so you can see more. I'll see you next time. Bye!